The fuck? I swear, every time there's an update, they add more and more gestures that you can do when you win a game. Anyways, what is going on, guys? Max here. Hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic day so far. And I know a lot of you guys just subscribed to me, but a week before the Obey RC, I had a video called Awkward. You can go check it out if you want, but if you don't want to, that's fine. I'll explain what it was about here in a second. Basically, in the video, I just talked about how awkward I am and stuff, and then also I talked about how I was going to a job interview that morning. Some of you may or may not know, because I did talk about it a little bit on Twitter. I actually did get that job. Basically, what the job is I'm a dock worker for a freight line company. If you don't know what a freight line company, it's basically like, you know, those big trucks that go on the highway. Basically, I load those trucks in the morning before they get on the highway. Here, let me look up what the actual definition for freight line is. So a freight line is basically the movement of goods, supplies, stuff like that, via trains, ships, airplanes, basically anything that moves like a good amount of goods, supplies, etc. Basically, that's all a part of a freight line. What my job is I work at a terminal. It's a giant warehouse where those huge trucks like back up into. You may have drove past some of them and seen them from time to time. And in the warehouse where I am, I actually load those big trailers before they get on the highway to go to their next destination for the morning. And so because of that, I actually work really early in the morning. My shift is like 3 a.m. to around 7, 8, 9-ish. It depends on how much stuff we have, honestly. So how long I work every day kind of depends on how much stuff we have to do. Like a week or two ago, I went in for the interview and I thought it was going to be like an actual interview where like the guy was asking me questions at a desk or something like that. But no, it was way different. It wasn't what I was expecting at all. Basically, my boss sat me down at a computer and he had me answer about like 70 questions. It was like a quiz on the computer, honestly. And literally, I probably could have answered all those questions in just one solid answer if they would have just asked the question, are you willing to break the law, yes or no? Obviously not. I'm like a law-abiding citizen, but they literally asked me like 70 different laws and which ones I was willing to break and which ones I wasn't, which honestly has me a little concerned on the people I'm working with. I mean, I've been working there for about 2 weeks now and everyone there seems really nice. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. It was just really weird how all the questions were asking me like if I was willing to like steal shit from work. They literally asked me like every other question if I was willing to do this kind of drug or if I had ever done it before in the past. I'm pretty sure they asked me about every single drug that there has ever been in existence. They were asking me if I had done drugs that I've never even heard of before. But basically, aside from the interview, once I actually started the job, it was actually pretty nice. They gave me like a tour of the place the first day, and literally immediately as soon as we got out there on the dock or the warehouse, however you want to call it, immediately all I hear is fuck, shit ass, tits, you cunt, blah blah blah. And not that they were angry at each other or anything like that, but that's just how they talk to each other. And so I'm immediately like, oh, okay, this is my kind of place. But then I had to see what kind of work we'd actually be doing, and it's honestly not that bad, so I can't complain too much. But like my second day on the job, because we actually unload a lot of those trucks too, we opened one of the doors to the trucks to unload it, and all we saw inside was all these just metal poles all over the ground. And I'm not talking just a few metal poles, I'm talking literally there were just hundreds of these small heavy little poles all over the place. And what had happened actually is they had a bunch of these packages that had the poles like wrapped and stuff inside, and the bands that were holding them together had actually snapped, and so they were just all over the place. Oh my god, it was horrible. And so what we had to end up doing is we actually had to pull out every single pole individually, which took us like 2 hours, and then we had to rewrap them again and then obviously put them onto another truck. And the poles weren't that heavy at all. They were like 20 to 40 pounds maybe. It was just that we had to do it for like 2 hours straight, just lifting and lifting and lifting. I think my back hurts more than my wrist, to be honest. And again, not because of the weight or anything, but because I had to bend down over and over and over again. So I don't know, I'm just glad I had gloves on, because there was one guy that didn't have gloves on and he had like a bunch of metal splinters in his hand. I've actually never played as the Tempest before, not once. What the fuck? Oh my. Alright, let's try this shit. What? I don't think I'm using it right. But he is. I am ass at sniping. That guy was pretty ass too, but if you guys are wondering why I'm sniping too, it's just because I don't have all the things I need for my pistol class unlocked yet. I mean, I could knife, but I'm pretty ass at that too. Hell, I'm ass at everything on this game. I'm just horrible altogether. Oh. I got 2 kills with 3. Oh, alrighty guys, but anyways, that is gonna do it for the video because I gotta go to work, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a thumbs up because I would really appreciate it. But until next time, guys, this has been Max. Peace.